quiet, atmospheric tone. It's 2:45 a.m. You are completely alone on a deserted road just outside the city. Your bike is broken, there is zero cellular network, and your only company is a single flickering streetlight. That sheer physical isolation primes the brain for desperation. And then an object appears in the distance. A bus, slowly piercing the dark, moving toward that one patch of yellow light. The identifiers you would expect, a route number, a destination board, are entirely missing. The windows are opaque with thick fog, and when the door opens with a sharp hiss, no conductor appears to greet you. This flowchart maps out exactly why a person steps onto that vehicle anyway. In the Kubler-Ross framework of grief and trauma, a high-stress input, like being stranded in the dead of night, bypasses your brain's normal threat detection. It routes straight into the denial phase, manufacturing a false sense of safety. The brain decides the bus is a rescue, actively suppressing the mounting evidence of the uncanny. That denial holds even as the protagonist steps inside to find flickering yellow lights, worn-out seats, and a handful of passengers sitting in absolute silence. These 6 or 7 people aren't acting like late-night commuters. Nobody is scrolling on a phone, nobody is whispering. None of them even glance at the new arrival. By stepping on board, the protagonist has traded the physical isolation of the road for a seat inside a moving void. The immediate danger of the dark road is gone, replaced by a much darker question. Where exactly is this driverless anomaly actually heading? The illusion of safety shatters quickly. The bus starts moving, but it ignores the physical rules of a transit route, passing 2 marked stops without slowing down. Panic sets in, and the protagonist attempts to reassert control over his environment. He steps forward, demanding the driver let him out. But there is no driver. The seat is completely empty. The steering wheel is turning on its own, navigating a route requiring zero human input. As he backs away, the environment reacts. Every single passenger turns in perfect synchronization to look at him. Their faces aren't angry or terrifying. They are entirely blank. This marks the total collapse of the bargaining phase. The protagonist's attempt to negotiate his exit fails because he is trying to impose physical rules onto an environment that no longer operates on them. The new rules of this reality are delivered by a single whispering passenger. He tells the protagonist he shouldn't have boarded, establishing an unbreakable law. If you miss your stop once, you don't get another. The passenger points out the window, confirming that geography itself has vanished. There are no buildings, no streetlights. The entire physical world has been erased, replaced by an endless expanse of pitch-black void. The dialogue then delivers the brutal truth. The protagonist didn't miss a physical bus stop. He missed his exit before the impact. The exact moment a fatal accident took his life on that dark road. This timeline illustrates where the narrative fractures. At the point of fatal impact, the timeline splits into stopped physical reality, his broken body, and continuous psychological purgatory. For a second, these tracks reconnect. The visceral audio of a crash bleeds into purgatory. The story has shed its skin. The tension is no longer about surviving an impending threat. It is the slow, agonizing realization that the body is already dead, and the consciousness is only now catching up. Following that violent sensory memory, the environment flatlines. The bus returns to total silence. The other passengers stop watching the protagonist and turn their gaze forward, completely still, having fully accepted their condition. The whispering passenger reaches the end of his specific route. The doors open to absolutely nothing. He steps out into the solid black fog, dissolving completely into the void without a single look back. Left behind, the protagonist remains paralyzed in his worn-out seat. The doors hiss closed. The vehicle accelerates deeper into the endless night, and he stops fighting, absorbing the inescapable reality of his situation. The bus serves as the final processing unit for a mind with nowhere else to go. It offers one last journey through the dark, ending at the exact moment the timeline reached its limit. Once that line is crossed,